Thanks for coming over here and spending your time with me. Time is something that we ain't gonna get back. All right, man. Yesterday we were watching a show. We were watching something yesterday where Tissa Tells was all flustered, right? Tissa was flustered. There was somebody in the background going at her. Well, my team of constituents sent me the video. My constituents. How's he say it? My team of constituents sent me a video so that I could go over it with y'all. And this is a page called The Open Book.
And welcome to The Open
Book.
So
please go over there and subscribe to Open Book. This video is for educational purposes only and fair use content protected by the copyright law of America.
Running high outside of the courtroom as Diddy was found not guilty of sex trafficking charges and the RICO charge, but found guilty in transportation to engage in prostitution. In this clip, Ratchet TV is seen talking to Tissa Tells and calling her a liar. Let's watch.
I just went down and called her ass up.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
But she's a liar. She's a liar. You lied. You lied to everybody. You're a fucking liar, telling the truth.
Yeah, she built her foundation on this shit.
Yeah, off of lies.
Yeah.
And
I said that last night, didn't I? I said that last night, didn't I? She's built her foundation off of this. But the problem is, well, it's not a problem for her. The funny thing about it is a lot of people on here that are just watchers or viewers of YouTube don't really give a fuck about all the rah-rah. They don't. Just the silent majority of people, they don't care. Net's going, oh, dog is a snitch. Dog is a rat. Dog is this. AD is this. AD is that. Can I let you in on a little something, Net Stars? No one cares what you're saying, bro. No one cares. Because before you had all that to say, you were over here sucking dick. So, like, all that shit's fucking null and void, bro. And then you're just up here going over things that we've already debunked. You're just repeating yourself like some other person we know. And then you know what the funny thing is? You repeat the things that he says that you call a lie, and then you get mad at somebody else because they went over there. You're a fucking weirdo, bro. And the fact is, you ain't got no fucking clout on here. Nobody cares about you, bro. Nobody. And it showed today. You got played, bro. You played yourself. You played yourself, bro. You played yourself. I'll leave it at that.
You called her out?
Yeah, right now.
Got a fat boy on my chop.
I'll go do it again. Come on. I'll do it again. She gotta stand on 10. She gotta hear this. She gotta hear it. She needs to feel this shit. She gotta feel it. Yeah.
Nah, man, look. At the end of the day, this is a woman, y'all. At the end of the day, she's a woman. And she doesn't need to feel scared. That's not cool. If you're trying to intimidate her, that's a little weak. But there's nothing wrong with, protesting your voice. Saying, hey, you were wrong, Tissa. For 2 years, you've built the platform on lying. I don't know if it was lies either. I don't know what Tissa, I know what Tissa was doing. It isn't called lying. It's called fear mongering. It's called fear mongering. To people that have already went through a similar situation, that is fear mongering. You're going to the fears of people and mongering off what people are scared of, what people don't want in this world. Nobody wants a fucking sex offender near them. Nobody wants a rapist. Nobody wants a woman beater around them. No one. I don't know one man on this planet that would hang out with a woman beater openly. Yeah, this man beats women. Hey, it's my homeboy. Shout out to my homeboy right here. Yeah, he beat the shit out of his wife last night. Nobody likes that. Nobody cares. Nobody wants you around. Let's be totally honest here. And then the trauma bonding. Yes. Yes. It just, here's the thing, man. Tissa thought, if she thought that he was not going to be found guilty and no one was going to say anything to her, she thought dead wrong, y'all. She was dead wrong. But I still watch Tissa. I don't care.
Feel this shit. Tissa gotta feel this.
You gotta quit blaming other people.
You lied to everybody. Shame you. I rebuke you, you devil. You lied on all these black men. You lied on the black man. You lied on a black man.
Ooh. Shouldn't she get more of the beat? Like, that's a black woman. Ain't she supposed to be held to a better standard in the black community? I think so. I would think so.
Platform to gain more followers and money. You lied to your whole platform to gain money. You lied to everybody to gain money. Are you gonna give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told?
That's ugly, bro.
Are you going to give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told?
That's a little overboard.
You're the mad one. Broke. Me broke? You think I'm broke? I got more money than you. Now they not gonna touch me. You motherfuckers better not put a finger on me up in this motherfucker. You ain't gonna put a finger.
Tell them. You better not put a finger on me up in this motherfucker. I ain't
I'm
close
not
to
touching
it.
nobody. I'm not in harm of nobody. I'm not even within 6 feet of you. You're a liar. You are a liar, Tissa. You are a liar, Tissa. Tissa Tells is a liar. She lied to everybody, and she's working for the prosecution, and she was paid by the prosecution.
Here's the thing, man. I don't know if what she was doing was lying. I don't know if what Tissa was doing would be considered lying. Like I said, that's fear mongering. She's throwing a bunch of shit in the air that she knows probably ain't true, or she can't validate, or some other types of things, right? You throw a bunch of shit in the air and hope that the people that are scared listen, or the people that want him to go down listen, because there was a lot of people. Oh, Diddy's cooked. I was one of them until Cassie took the stand, bro. I was one of them, and I'll admit, these motherfuckers on this here internet, bro, they overinflated all kinds of shit. And so did the people that filed the lawsuits. Did you guys get a chance to watch that Little Rod interview with DJ Academics? Very horrible, man. A horrible, horrible human being. Told everyone in that lawsuit that Diddy was fucking kids. And now they have retracted that out of the lawsuit. He had photos of people that come out on their own and said, that's me. I was of age then. I went to that party knowing what was going to happen. And that's the pictures he used. These people were lying, bro. They were lying. I think everyone lied except for Cassie. I honestly do. And I think Cassie just went through a lot of trauma. I don't know if what he was doing would be considered a RICO case. Because guess what? The prosecution didn't give enough case to find him guilty. We live in America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. We have a jury system where a jury of our own peers deliberate to see if you're guilty or not guilty, followed under certain laws and procedures. And they found him not guilty pretty fucking quickly.
Federal informant, and she was paid by the prosecution to tell lies on social media. That's why they got a special little spot for her right here in front of the court building.
Too, don't
she's
they?
A fucking liar.
They do got her barricaded off and shit. Got her a nice little special spot. What's up with that, bro? What's up with this?
Tisa telling lies.
If I see you on mainstream media, I'll know why. I'll know why. Because you're willing to lie.
Tisa telling lies. You don't wear the same wig for 8 weeks. We don't give a damn about that. You don't wear the same goddamn wig for 8 weeks. We don't care about that shit. You don't wear that same dry ass wig for 8 weeks. We ain't doing no tripping out your calling me broke. Calling me broke. You gained your momentum.
He said, Phoenix said he may not receive a life sentence, but he will face a period of incarceration regardless. He will have to live with the consequences of his actions hanging over him. Yes, absolutely. He's already done the time, probably. He'll get credit for what he was doing, that he's done. And that's the most time I'll see him, that I can see him getting. He's a first-time offender. The feds go under a strict guideline. So the judge has to be fair. And he's been a fair judge the whole time. I think it was kind of unfair to not give him a bond. He was convicted of the smallest charges that he had against him. Like they should have definitely given him a bond, but his lawyers fucked that up by getting up there and saying that there was domestic violence in this case. Like, see, no one likes domestic violence, fat boy.
Off the Diddy case and the lies you told. You gained your momentum off the lies you told on P. Diddy. Now go back and apologize to Puff family for lying. And Shanquilla Robinson.
Ooh. Ooh. Damn.
She hate black people. She don't like black people. Knowing she date white boys. Knowing she do. No offense to nobody white. No offense. What did I miss? She's a liar.
She's a
liar. Tell your subscribers.
Salute, dog. Salute. I didn't know she dated a white man.
Please tell your subscribers how you lied to them. Please and thank you. Tell your subscribers how much you lied to them. You're going to lose your whole platform with all them lies.
No, she won't. No, she won't. No, she will not. People love Tissa no matter what, bro. And people are going to continue to support Tissa. He's talking to Tissa. This is the guy from yesterday that was going at Tissa while Tissa was live. This is the other side of that.
She gonna lose her whole platform, my man. Whole platform gone. All them damn lies you told. No, we ain't harassing no woman. You the woman who was up here doing all that goddamn lying. You got to be held accountable. Like,
yeah, there's no harassment going on there, bro. They'd have never let him bond out. I knew this shit was different when Jay-Z literally gloated in all of our faces and said, everything's for sale. I got 4 passports. I ain't never going to jail. I don't have to worry about Diddy. I ain't going to be hanging out with him. No, sir. We all got a little freakiness. Definitely. Tissa's good. Yeah, Tissa's going to be all right. These folks way too invested. I thought so, too. Ratchet TV is a weirdo. He a snitch and beat a female. Ow. Ouch. I don't know nothing about all that.
You ain't no different from Cassie. You ain't no different from Cassie. You another Cassie Ventura. I had to do that, man.
You have to do that.
Ooh, he called her a Cassie? Was that worth it, though? Like, we gotta have, as men, it's okay to do your thing out here, right? It's okay to, like, let people know how you feel, express yourself. But let's have some class, y'all. Let's carry ourselves with some class. Because there are other people watching. There very much are other people watching this. We're going to go to this Lil Rod interview, man. Because this is pretty fucking telling, dude. On how This is pretty telling, bro. This was just streamed an hour ago. So I don't know if any of y'all have seen this. Some of you may have already. But this is Act talking to Little Rod. And Little Rod, if you guys don't know, is the young man that filed the lawsuit against Diddy, saying that, you know, he was sleeping with children. That Cuba, he had the video of Cuba Gooding Jr. looking all crazy at him and shit. Y'all remember the pictures? Like this. What's funny and fucks is dude gets fucking, bro. Owns the guy. He owns him. And this dude is not telling the truth. You can just tell. You can tell.
The Bad Boy was doing a reunion tour. I got called in to do the last of the rehearsals, but Adam Blackstone had the contract, so he did the tour. So that was the first time. I met him also in 2021 in the Malibu house doing some work for this carpenter. So it's a one-stop shop. So with that being said, doing the writing camp, my role was just so necessary because everything that was missing was me. You know what I'm saying?
You hear this? You hear him? This is saying, this is the, you know, Diddy had a writing camp. A lot of producers do this because let's just be honest, a lot of producers don't produce. Let's just be honest. A lot of producers do not produce. They have some teams that will, or they'll have some bullshit. Damn. Ooh wee. What happened to Diddy at 5 today? I didn't think anything was going to happen. You don't see court. Court was not even open today. Court was closed for today. He comes back to court. Like, what was supposed to happen to Diddy?
And I'm told they was trying to move this album forward in so many directions, for so long. It didn't happen until I came in the picture. However, the album also.
Yeah, we already covered him a little bit today. We covered him. We covered Netstar's ripping. Oh, you're good, Lori. We covered Netstar's ripping the comments down from people. It's pretty funny because he was just on his video 2 days ago. Hey man, they clowning you over here. And then people you actually fucked with and clown you, and you start taking them down. I know what you did probably. You probably hit every one of them on Instagram after you took them down. You probably started contacting people. Oh boy, you better stop while you're here.
100% changed the minute I got in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Song selection, the whole 9 yards. So that's when I met him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Diddy had a writing camp to bring on other producers is what this is. So like when they have like a writing camp, they'll bring in other producers and watch how they write music or watch how they produce music or make music, however you want to put it, right? And Diddy will hire you. And then you'll make music. Diddy will put his name on it and then they'll sell it. That's just how it works. That's how it works, bro. And for anybody that don't know who I was talking about the other night, the guy that I was talking about that produced for like Disney and all that, I found him again, and his name is True Hall of Fame Builds. That's the that's the YouTube channel's name. Solid dude.
Met him at a writing camp. So that's pretty much just straight business, right? What about you that took to him to say, hey, I need this guy around. I need him in the process. It later on, you basically allege that you're working in the studio in his home at 2 Star Island, right?
Yeah. So I'm very organized when it comes down to files. You know,
I need you guys to listen to this dude, though. Mind you, Cassie put in her lawsuit, right? Cassie had her lawsuit. She got settled out of court. Diddy could have gave her $5 million, bro, or $10 million or some shit like that, and she was going to take it. But Diddy said, "Fuck you." So she said, "Okay, well, we'll go to court," and he ended up paying her like 30. But this guy files a lawsuit that's just as big as hers, I think, and puts all of this shit in it. Right? I need you guys to listen to this dude. What I hear from him throughout this whole interview is a lot of sensationalizing himself and a lot of over what do they call it when you put so many over detailing something, and then you could tell someone's lying because it's like, why are you putting all these details? We didn't ask for all these details.
Having specific versions of songs, etc. So it was a song on his album that I worked on. What happened?
Act just asked him. You were on 2-Star Island with him, right?
Was he had somebody else who was dealing directly with him, and this guy just lacked basic administration. He would come to the producers, bring us certain things like, "Yo, Puff wants this, he wants this, this. We'll do it." And then what happens is he'll be the one playing it to him. What happened? Puff asked for a specific version that nobody had that I had. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just watched the guy just burn in front of me, and I had to pull him to the side, like, "Bro, you're gonna have to let me, you know what I'm saying, deal with this because this is about to be over." And it was. They kicked this whole album. They kicked us out of the studio. Puff was done with the album. You know what I'm saying? And I worked with his management, and we started working we started working on Mableton. That's in Beverly Hills. So we just started working on the album at that rate. So it was a song, the Justin Bieber song, that Puff wanted to crack. He wanted to feel more like "Can't Help It" by Michael Jackson, etc. I did five versions to that song. And what happened was Puff came into the studio. Management had me to hit play on the record. I hit play on the record. He danced for like 2 hours on the floor.
Puff just dancing.
He's dancing. Finally cracked the code. Nobody could crack the code in terms of what he was asking for at that specific time. And so I cracked the code.
Not to cut you off, me being knowledgeable of how Puff has been. Everybody knows I just write checks. But he also, like, when it comes to production, he's been known for the hit makers. He has an ear for talented producers who could kind of create sonically what he needs. Did you feel like he saw that and you like, hey, listen, Lil Rod could get what I need, and like these other guys who, if I tell them they can't do nothing but play the song, they can't really just change it on the fly, they're not my type of people I would want to work with.
Well, yeah, it was that. It was also, without bashing anybody, like, I ran into some pretty cool people, and I would rather keep the relationship good. But what it was is it was something attached to the track.
See that right there. Hiding people's secrets. I'd rather keep this relationship good, y'all. I'd rather keep it good. Nah, fuck that. You want to sue people and all that shit? Fuck that, bro. Shout out to Angel Crispin with the motherfucking Cash App. Oh shit, don't make them mad. Man, go put them comments back up on your fucking stream, weirdo. Or yeah, I'm gonna start calling you weirdo. You acting just like him. Shout out to AC, man. I appreciate you, bro. I hope you had fun, man. AC said he just got home from vacation.
With the vocals that was stopping everyone from cracking the code.
Right,
so
2 hours and 48 minutes.
Early on started dealing with AI. Sure that we're capturing footage, whether it be for social media or for the album. Sometimes he may say something, he be like, "Yo, take that what I just said and drop that in the bridge of this song right here." There's a lot of talking throughout.
He bullshits Ack for quite some time. Like, Ack's wanting to get down to business. Because now Puffy's done been found not guilty. So, of course, I mean, us as young media, or you want to say that people are journalists or anything like that, they're going to want the real story, right? Lil Rod convinced to come on here and acts like, come on, bro. I ain't asked for all this shit.
The album, if you go back and listen to it off the grid.
See, yeah. I remember. Bro.
Daphne Joy and Cassie.
Yo, they would have happened to Young Miami, but she a Dade County chick. She a Dade County chick. We got to keep moving.
I'm not saying that somebody else
I gotta pour some of my Patron for this. Hold on now.
What's that?
That's not Patron. Yo, after reading your lawsuit, I started thinking they got that GHB up in the puffy juice, so I couldn't even rock with the Ciroc today. I had to go with I'm over that. All right. So you're telling me you've been on the yacht?
Cover me a tea, bro.
You've been on the yacht. Your room on the yacht next to Dana Tran, and you think that he had sex workers running trains on her? You don't think that? No, right?
I don't think that sex workers would run a train on her. I don't think that she was touched by anybody. I don't know.
But you said you think he was trying to set you up with her. Why? That's his type. That's his type. Why would he want you to fuck her? That's his type.
Watch this. I've never seen them kiss together. I've never seen them go up in the room together. Every night at 2-star, he went up with whoever he was with, or he slept alone. She slept at 1-star. And I remember one day when I looked at that house, I'm like, yo, that's a nice house. He said, yeah, it could be yours one day. You know what I'm saying? But then I started paying attention, like, and you know,
wait, why would he say that to you?
I don't know, but
let's get to it.
Here's some things that I felt like that was weird sometimes. Now, granted, she's a very, very beautiful woman. She is my type. All right. But again, I don't mix business with pleasures. And my younger me made some mistakes. I would never mess with another man's woman. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, I thought it was weird sometimes. I'll be sitting like I was on the yacht playing the piano, right? And then what she did was she came and sat in front of me with the baby, but she put a ring camera in front of her and started taking pictures, and it was me in the background.
Wait, hold on. She had the baby already?
Yeah, she had the baby already.
All right, she wasn't trying to fuck you, bro. Like, you're telling me she has Diddy's baby and trying to fuck you? Come on, bro.
Listen, I'm not telling you that she was trying to fuck me.
But the energy, okay, you're saying the energy felt a little bit iffy.
Yeah, okay. And now what I'm saying is, after seeing, I think
he gives it to you. Act doesn't let up,
he
bro.
This is the way this
partner be addressed, bro.
Somebody on the side.
I think we're lying on Puffy,
you
bro.
know what I'm saying? I really don't want to bring in
starts to come out
the baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about this. I want to leave the kid.
Let's put it this way. I don't think Puff's a great man. Okay, I don't think he's a good guy, but I think a lot of people were lying on him, bro. A lot. Yeah, I think some weren't, and some were. And I mean, a lot of people were. That's just how it feels to me. Because I could give you 5 reasons right now why they would want to lie on him. You know? You would want a reason, well, why would they want to lie on Puff? Well, one, he's got the power. He's got the money. He's got things that they want. I mean, there's your whole reason right there.
He is out of this.
You fucked her, bro?
No, I didn't fuck her. I didn't do none of that. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, Puff is a marketing genius. You know what I'm saying? Everything he does is marketed. Love Records. He changed his name. Sean Love Jones. He had a baby. Love Sean Jones. He's working on the album, the old Off the Grid Love album. You know what I'm saying? Everything was a marketing thing. And I just really feel like he didn't really have a baby because he was in love. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the situation.
Weak pull-out game type shit.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, weak pull-out game type shit. What are the moments? Everybody have it.
Oh, bro. That was a marketing thing, bro.
You think he had a baby out for marketing?
I know he had a baby. It was a marketing thing, bro. Just look at the timeline. Go back and do your homework.
Did he ever treat Dana Tran like how he treated Young Miami?
You barely see Dana Tran and him together at all. You know what I'm saying? She's over there just with the baby. And that's just that. When we move around, she got her own room.
Thanks for putting me up there so high where you could yell out Jesus' name. I'll make sure I pause the video for you next time, since you asked Jesus for it.
Over there somewhere off to the side by herself. And that is what it is, bro.
Hey, when Diddy said to you, that could be your house.
A video game or something.
Is that what you meant when you included in the lawsuit that he had offered you the house?
That was just one time.
So he consistently was saying that you could have potentially the house.
Yeah, he was promoting that house over there. Yep.
So what context would he say in other times?
That's when I'm like stepping back and looking at what I already have and what I already know, and then seeing what I didn't know. I'm like, oh man, he was also probably trying to groom me to be over there. You know what I'm saying? And find a specific man for her, and it's probably how he can continue to control everything. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is speculation. It's fine. We can say. So you're thinking that Diddy, in his mind, he's down to just have somebody he kind of trusts go fuck her and be her companion over there, but he knows he's gonna keep her in a certain way, close enough to him, but also loyal to him, that he ain't got nothing to worry about. And he was potentially looking at you. Correct.
Hey, as I'm going down to the lawsuit.
So this guy's this guy's putting out to the world that he thinks Diddy was trying to hook him up with some chick and move him in with her so he could control him and him. Who lives like this, though? Who lives this way? For God, I mean, Jesus.
It said that one day you woke up naked, dizzy, and confused. You was,
bro.
huh?
Yeah, the lawsuit.
No, hold on. I got it because this part don't. This sound like y'all were having a two-man. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. It said you woke up. It was two chicks and Diddy in the bed. It was you, a girl, and he had a girl. Like y'all was doing tag team switcheroo. Come on, brother. Like that don't seem like, brother. That don't seem like in certain situations where nobody's in even.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what that man said? He said it was 2 rooms, brother. But in the lawsuit that you're presenting to the court, it seems like you're in there with Puff and y'all are fucking together. You see the kind of the narrative building and shit that's in these lawsuits, bro?
They're making sound decisions. That might be a lit night. I know some people that be doing that. That's a two-man right there. That's a two-man. That's a two-man. You know that. Wow. 2-man at 2-Star Island. Stop playing. The 2-man at 2-Star Island. What was that a regular thing? Was things like that a regular thing? And how would you process those sexual encounters? How would you process it like the day? Because you have to go to work.
And again, trial. Trial.
But you're saying that did
why
happen.
Why did you sit down if you're just going to go trial?
Everything that I said that's inside of that lawsuit happened, bro.
I do have one question. You can say no comment to it, but I got to ask it.
Trial. I think he's lying, bro. I'm going to be honest. I think this man is flat out lying. This is his first time speaking out, and he says he's going to go give more interviews. Dude, people are going to pick through him. They're going to pick this guy apart. Act literally. But this is fire. This shit gets good, bro. I seen it. What the fuck is going on?
I got to ask it because when I read the lawsuit, I did say this. In the lawsuit, and by the way, everything was vetted by your lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, right?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Everything in the lawsuit was vetted by Tyrone Blackburn, right?
Correct.
You hear that? Everything in this lawsuit was vetted by your lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, right? Yeah.
Took pictures of the women laying there, and I said, that's what girls would do. Or if a guy was doing it, that's to tell your niggas like, yo, I was fucking these bad bitches last night. If those were non-consensual moments for you, why did you take those pictures?
Bro, if you waking up, and again, this is lawsuit, bro.
No, I'm just trying to get you. It's not even about, we don't got to talk about the actual evidence. I'm talking about, it's a man thing. I want to understand you as a man.
We can't keep toting that line, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll just tell you, let's remove from that situation.
You know what it sounds like that this man wants? Clout. He wants clout. He wants clout. He wants to talk about the things he did with Diddy. He wants to talk about the songs he made for Diddy. But you got a civil lawsuit on this man that you have complaints on. Like, it's still going to be spoke about. I just don't get it, bro. You have to prove these complaints anyway. And if you can prove them in a court of law, why are you so worried about talking about them? Am I missing something?
If you were in a situation and then all of a sudden you know, all you remember was you were here, but now you're here and all this is surrounding you. May capture that moment just so you don't forget this, because you may end up here too and forget that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you were just memorializing it. You were just documenting.
I'm not saying I am. I'm just telling you, if it was you, you have to put yourself in somebody's shoes, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So he's telling Ack that he took the photos because he wanted to memorialize it. Okay, for one, if I'm in the jury and you say that, the first thing that's going to cross my mind is, well, if it was so bad, why would you want to memorialize it? If what you were going through was a grooming, or he was doing something so irrational and you thought it was that bad, why would you want to snap a photo for your memories? You would be better off to say, I wanted to get it documented. That's weird, bro.
And I know how extravagant all these things sound in the lawsuit, but you got to also understand.
Shout out to my motherfucking guy, Dog Soldier, with the motherfucking drop. Make 'em mad. Make 'em mad. Make 'em mad, make 'em mad, make 'em mad. Make 'em mad, dog. Dog. Dog.
And like,
that boy had 3 videos up of you today, dog. All of them said the same thing. And I told myself, cut it out, bro. Cut it out. What you did was fucking shady, bro. Why can't people just understand when they do something wrong? Like, I don't want you back around. Trust me, you ain't my friend. But like, I could still get like, damn, I did him wrong. But whatever. Whatever.
Bro, these are the type of actions when you're working for somebody who's essentially a gatekeeper in the music industry, bro.
Did you feel scared?
I'm sorry?
Did you feel scared to speak up at that time? Because, you know, you never went to the police.
Yeah.
Bro, you know, what we're not talking about is I had to relocate. I haven't used a phone since before I filed a lawsuit. And if I went places, I had to take security. We're not talking about my kids being threatened, my baby mom being followed, my management being followed.
Wait, is this after the lawsuit's been filed?
Yeah.
Is this before Diddy was incarcerated or after? It's no way, because
still afterwards. My manager says that, you know, sometimes he come out his tires flat or people like follow him the whole 9 yards. And so I'm hard to find because I just went ghost. I didn't talk to nobody and I just went ghost. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, I couldn't even see my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the fact that it took four therapists.
You hear this?
To bring me to, we laughing about this right now.
Okay, but we're not laughing. He's asking you questions that you don't want to answer. Right? That's what I'm getting. He just asked you questions that you say, bro, nah, man, we can't go through this. We can't do this because I got to go to trial for the civil lawsuit. But instead, he says, but what we're not asking is what I've went through. What kind of trauma I've had. Well, Puff just got fucking let go on half of it. So I don't know what you're dealing with, bro. But it looks like you should have went to the police if it was that bad. I'm sorry, man. If something happens to you, man, woman, go to the police. Straight up. Straight up. Because this sounds like a bunch of bullshit, bro. This sounds like bullshit.
I'm saying, and the truth is,
I
some
can't
of the stuff the reason why it's probably easy for me to laugh about some of this right now is because my therapist, you know, have been making me focus on only positive things, not to think about negative. told me to stop, stop thinking or rehashing all those things that happen or anything with the case, or stop watching social media, try to stay off it as much. I'm really not on it as much and active as I used to be. You know what I'm saying? And all these things, because there were times where I was ready to check out. You know what I'm saying? But I was ready to check out, bro. Like, I'm a creative person.
Here's the thing. How can we talk? This is what Brandy does. This is what Brandy does, bro. Tells us about how the fucking situation has made you feel, but what situation? We can't talk about the situation, but we're going to talk about the feelings of it and how it made me feel. Well, we don't even know what he did. But we just got to believe that everything in that complaint that you wrote is good. Yeah. Bro, I feel like what Cassie went through and what may have others went through was what happened. And maybe some of this is true, right? But these are all adults. Every one of these people are adults, y'all. These people are not children.
What's the scar from here?
That's from a motorcycle accident.
Okay. I thought Puff did it because it seemed like no, I'm not even giving a joke. Wait, are you genuinely afraid of Puff either now or back then? I've seen many people who are victims. They wrote letters to try to keep him in jail. Be honest, while you're working there, are you kind of like walking on pins and needles? Like, yo, I'm not trying to piss this motherfucker off. I'm watching him. You mentioned that you hear about other incidents. You don't want to, like, obviously you want to keep your job, but you don't want to get hurt. Were you scared of Sean P. Diddy Combs?
Absolutely. Still are.
Really?
Still am.
Very, very much. I've written songs about him.
Still.
And I'm, you would think that I'm not scared, but the reality is I am. And I just live by, speak those things as if they were. Let the weak say I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. But the reality is, he's a powerful guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the money. Take that away. He's experienced and connected with so many people who know somebody who knows this. And he's been doing this shit for over 3 decades, bro. He's a powerful guy, bro. How the hell did he?
Yeah, I seen that. They're all whores looking for P. Diddy money.
Flip somebody on my team. You know what I'm saying?
Did you like, even watching everything that's happening now, are you worried that, you know, he didn't get found guilty of RICO? By the way, I believe you were the first person who alleged a civil racketeering enterprise.
Yeah.
But he wasn't convicted of that. Essentially, he could be out in a year or two.
He put it in his lawsuit, y'all.
Is that the reason why you even went to rehab? Because you were scared? I'm wondering, why did you go to rehab?
Yeah, bro. There was too many nights, too many dreams that I would be looking right out,
telling the truth, man.
That back window or that back door, I just felt like
I don't.
And you know, I probably shouldn't say it. I just felt like Fahim was out there with a sniper.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Who's Fahim? You got to break it because he didn't show up to trial. Who's Fahim? Break it down for us.
Showed up the last 3 or 4 days.
He did show up.
All he has to do to prove that, is stop talking about people. Say, talk about something else. See who shows up. See how long they're there. That motherfucker will tank out. I bet you it will. If it ain't for the trolls. Motherfucker turned into a locale, bro.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, go look at it. He's a black guy walking around out like it was nothing. I'm like, yo, the level of confidence is crazy.
Wait, Fahim was at a trial?
He was there, bro. And I'm like, why is he not? He was there just yesterday.
Really?
Wait, yesterday and the day before.
How you know this? Because were you there? You weren't there,
bro. It's all over the news, bro. Just pull up any footage of the kids walking out. He walking the family. And I'm just like, yo, the audacity is just like strong. But meanwhile, KK is, where is she at? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, could you give us the breakdown of your dealings with KK? We've heard so much about her. We hear that she's a Ghislaine Maxwell to Diddy's Jeffrey Epstein, if you want to believe that theory. We hear she's a chief of staff. We hear she facilitates and help everything go down, and pretty much nothing happens without either her approval or her being right next to Puff, kind of deliberating on it. What was your experience with KK?
I dove into Mr. Sharif. He's a fucking loser, bro. He's an old head loser. He ain't doing shit. And I don't really care to talk about the fucking Gump. It said if you black guys didn't know the history of New York City, well, I got a lot of people in here that are from New York City. The authority killed Malcolm X and the police accused 2 black men and sent them to prison for 45 years and paying them $90 million. Wrong arrest.
Which is her real name is Christina Karam. What was your...
She was posing as the chief of staff, but she was so much more. It's all of those that you just said.
Do you think Diddy was fucking her? That was always a thought. Supposedly she lives in the house with him. They testify that she lives in the house with him.
I think he fucked her, but Diddy like his women to be perfect, and she got this scar on her nose, and you're saying the fact that it's not fixed tells me, well, you know, he's not fucking her, but he fucked her for the sake of having the power over her. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the ones you like fuck like every 6 months type shit. You just gotta the reminder dick, you know? Like just give it a reminder dick to keep her on the squad. The reminder dick, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everywhere he went, she was there.
Yeah.
She was everywhere.
Do you feel like she was had an undying loyalty towards him?
Well, let's ask about fucking Farnsworth Bentley. Everywhere he went, there he was. Where'd he go?
Yeah, so for example, like, which is weird to me, on the yacht.
Mm-hmm. She's on the yacht too?
Yeah. I had a room, she had a room, the twins had a room, and the other Chan stayed in with her mother, and Dana had a room. And
what about Young Miami?
She stayed in the room with him.
Oh, so Dana was
the kids stayed off the boat. They stayed somewhere. I'm like, why am I privy to be on this motherfucking boat?
Yeah. You couldn't bring a girl? You couldn't bring a girl like pipe down?
I can have, bro. I could have had anybody I wanted to come onto the yacht.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm still looking at it like, why do I have a room on this yacht?
Maybe he looks at you as the guy to make music with quickly. Like, yo, you're a one-stop production, as you would say, right?
Okay. I'm a one-stop shop for sure, but I'm just saying, the point is, like, the houses that we had on land, it wouldn't have took us no more than 15 minutes to get to. It could be quick. It could be 5-10 minutes, just to, you know, depending on how fast you move.
I mean, I figured why Puff ain't got fucking property on the fucking water? Huh? That's Lil Rod, man. Yeah. And academics squeezed this fool, bro. As he should, dude. Squeezed him. I think he's lying. I think he's telling a fucking story, bro. He may have experienced all this, but I think after he's seen Cassie's lawsuit, I don't know if this man's telling the truth, man.
It was necessary for me to have to stay on. Now,
that really grills him.
Granted, I was grateful to be on it, but now just looking back, it's like, dang, you look back and be clear. Tyrone was the one who made me look back and see everything different, bro. He took things with he looked at things with a different eye.
Elon Musk can do to keep fucking Diddy in prison. Nothing.
And you know, it's very.
It wasn't a therapist. It was your lawyer.
Listen, I'm talking about Tyrone made me look back at everything that happened from a day to day, which is how we came up with this lawsuit. Because, you know, I don't live in the legal realm knowing that if you do this or do that, this is illegal, you know that. You know something.
Towards the end, Ack gets on him heavy, and he's like, okay, you said in your lawsuit, the first one, that Puff is fucking kids. and that you had these pictures of these women that were kissing men that were supposedly kids then, and Ack went on Instagram and found these women, bro. And these women came out and said, yeah, that's me in the pictures. We knew we were there for the party. There was nothing done wrong to us. And then he goes back in his new lawsuit. He redacts this. He takes it out. Like, what the fuck? He gets grilled, bro. I don't think this man's telling the truth, man.
Obviously, like,
Yeah.
you know,
I just
if
truly don't.
you punch somebody, you know, you can go to jail for that as assault. But it's a lot of things I don't know. So I went with him from day one. All right, this is what happened. 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 He's like, you have a lawsuit. This is a different lawsuit.
Hey, as we speak about that in the lawsuit, as I read it, you open yourself up to some criminal exposure. And then I do want to talk about you meeting with the feds, because here's the thing. You basically admitted that you were soliciting prostitutes, or basically prostitutes, at Booby Trap for Diddy, right? Like you under his direction, but you went there,
He's gonna
say, we got some bread for y'all. Y'all come back.
Anything that's mentioned in a lawsuit is what they call an admission of guilt.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
so when I sat down and with the feds to talk about that,
Let's set the stage. How did the feds contact you? Did they show up to your door? Did they tell your lawyer? How did that initial thing happen? And through your publicist, I heard you met with them 5 times. Detail this entire process for me.
Yeah. So they reach out to the attorney. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, we set up a time and place. And that day, the time and place was, for example, was supposed to be maybe a Tuesday for 4 hours, and that went on from a full day Tuesday, a full day Wednesday, a full day Thursday, and a full day Friday. You know what I'm saying? And it was just because it was so much that they had.
And they still couldn't convict
Were you
him.
clear with what they were?
Hold on. You sat with the feds giving them information for 4 straight days. And they couldn't
trying to get, like, because, you know, we've now known that they were trying to at least proceed with an investigation, but what they used you for was the substance of a affidavit and an application for a search warrant, which did get granted, which they
they surrounded
did
his
do a
house,
raid and
bro.
a search on 2 Star Island. Did you know that that's what they were trying to do? Were they asking you a certain question like, bro, but where the fuck is the baby oil though? Not so what question? Like, yo, bro, fuck what you talking about. We don't want to know where the piano's at. Where the Astroglide at, gang? What were they asking you, bro? We got to figure it out.
Well, here's the thing: it's illegal. But let me take a different approach.
Come on, man. You gotta give it up raw, man. You a big act, man. Come on, man. Pause. You gotta come on, man. What the fuck were they asking you, man? You gotta double down. You told me you're gonna double down. Don't start backtracking now. We not talking about the case. We talking about the fair shit now.
Don't double down.
They pretty much asked me about everything within the scope of the lawsuit, but while I'm in agreement, I had to just give him everything else, especially if my hand was in some things unknowingly that I could be incriminated. It's like, bro, you got one chance now to tell everything.
Did they give you any immunity?
Yeah, I had immunity for whatever
you told in that session. It was a proffered
admission of guilt. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Admission of guilt was like, bang, bang, bang. Look, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happens.
So you either possessing drugs or whatever, like you're cleared for that as long as you admit that, hey, I was doing it for him, and you told them and you were truthful then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Did you tell them where the baby oil was, bro? Be honest.
Listen, I told them everything.
So you knew where the baby oil was stored.
Bro, baby oil is just a small piece of everything else that never seen a day of light in court.
So tell me what you told him. You told me the guns is there.
Why didn't it see a day
Was
of
it
light
there?
in court, bro?
It was. They got it. So did you tell them?
Did I tell him about the drug mule? I told him about the fanny pack.
Okay, but did you tell them location? I want because again, I have seen all the exhibits. They found.
I took a piece of paper.
Yes, you drew it.
And I drew out every outline of the house where everything you could think of is.
You did like Picasso, man. This nigga's on some shit, man. This nigga said, yo, hold on. Right here, you go up in here. That's Justin's room. He ain't got shit going on in there. He just watching LeBron all day. You go in the other room. That's where the baby hole's at.
Let me ask you something, bro. Put yourself in Diddy's shoes.
Yeah.
What would he be doing? If he was me in that room with them, what would he be doing?
He'd be telling the truth. He'd be telling the truth. Right.
All right. Cool. So understand, bro, like my fight with him was already unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? It was already unbalanced. Listen, be clear, bro. Like I grew up in church, but I also grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've never sat down in front. Listen, I got friends that's police, etc., but I don't really rock with the popos.
So if you told him about all this stuff that could have, you know, landed him in jail, put him away for life, why didn't any of it? You said it didn't make it to court, but why not? If they was really trying to put Puff away, why didn't it make it to court? They had you as an eyewitness. They have you telling everything that you know, and then they have you giving them a play-by-play instruction football fucking tackled note to which room everything's in, bro. And if you play that out to the jury like that, you can't lose. You can't lose. But instead, he fed the feds a bunch of bullshit. They put it all together and and then they start dropping cases.
My life, all my life,
I just don't think
the police is targeting me.
I think he was
in any type of way. You know what I'm saying?
He wants to pay for it. I don't think that's
this here had to be done, bro. It had to be done, bro.
Did you know where, for example, the location?
Here's the thing. You know what fucks me up? You know what fucks me up right now? Is the fact, why isn't Cassie behind bars right now? He's going to jail for prostitution when he told her he wanted to stop doing the freak-offs that order the prostitutes, but yet she says, no, daddy, we're going to keep doing them. Why ain't she arrested? Why ain't she in fucking jail? Hell, she had a prostitute fall in love with her, bro. This is crazy, man.
Of where Diddy used to store drugs, and you mentioned like Tusi. You knew where those would normally be in the house.
Bro, if you went to his house right now, let's just say all this wasn't happening.
All right, so if I go to Star Island, where could I get to the Tusi draw? Where?
If you go to his house, they're gonna ask you, what are you here for?
I'm here to make some music.
If I go to his house,
okay,
they're gonna buzz me in. Okay. And if you come to the house and you standing outside, I'm gonna say, yes, he's cool. Let academics in.
Oh, so you had access.
That's the type of access that I had in that house. All of the houses, all the properties, bro. You know what I'm saying? So while Stevie J want to say, oh, he's just an engineer. No, bro.
Far
from an engineer. He introduced me as his production partner. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna lie.
How do you prove that though? But how come it's so far from the truth that you aren't just the engineer? How do you know what you think P. Diddy thought of you? How do you know you weren't just the engineer for Diddy? Because Stevie J thinks that you were just the engineer for Diddy.
A lot of you know, I did speak to, and I don't know if he'll come on record and say it. I spoke to Brendan Paul. He said Lil Rod snitched on me. He said basically he was doing his thing. He was a former basketball player. He said, why the hell, if Diddy owe you money, why are you bringing up his name talking about he carried the drugs? He said you a snitch. What do you say to him?
I'm gonna bring him on the show. We'll talk about it.
What's your relationship with him, or was it your relationship with him? Because you labeled him as a drug mule. The government tried to use him as a drug mule in a trial.
Our first day meeting him, he fired himself. He didn't know it, but I saved him. He did something like got into it with one of the camera guys who was there much longer. He was a young guy, so he don't know what he said. It was very, very disrespectful, and he was getting ready to go get fired. And I stepped in, and I settled it down. You know what I'm saying? And what happened was, as time, because speaking of him, like, he was a plant. That's what people. He's not gonna tell you that his manager was some type of connection to Diddy, and once I get it, the same managers. Now I don't want them coming at me, bro.
Well, then why
I ain't got that type of security. But anyway, some managers put Brendan Paul in there.
Oh, you think he was a plant?
He was for sure a plant.
So you don't believe
Brendan told me himself. You know what I'm saying? So he's a plant. He put him in there.
So why would you think you snitched on him then?
Bro, because that's what they're gonna call it when you're sitting across talking to the state or the government. They're gonna call it a snitch. Again, look,
do you think you could have left his name out of it? Because I think he was just saying, like, yo, if you got a problem with Puff, why are you gonna randomly bring up that I got all the Tusi and I got the pills and I got the fanny pack?
The reality is, if he was in that situation, he'd have been doing it too.
Okay.
They talking about
you know what I'm saying? Look, let's talk about that. Brendan Paul testified.
Yeah.
But also, I've never seen anybody plead guilty so fast to a case.
You can?
You think he's snitching?
He's snitching.
Yeah. You can. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, yes. You can damn near plead guilty as soon as you see the judge. Oh, yeah. They'll expedite that for you. Oh, for sure, bro. It just depends on what the charge is. You know, if it's something crazy, probably not, but you can get a guilty plea in pretty quick. You got to remember, that's you saying, hey, I did it. Let me go. Do whatever you want to do with me. I did it. Second appearance. Look, boom, right there. Usually the first one is just to give you, notify you of what you've done wrong, tell you your rights. Here's what you can do before your next court date. You're right. Black Apple coming through. Yeah, do a speedy trial, bro. For sure. But if you go in there and you're guilty, you can plead guilty pretty fucking quick, man. Pretty quickly. Yeah, no doubt.
Oh man.
I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
This dude, you feel me?
Nah, he did. His case got resolved mad quick.
I'm just the type of person to get somewhere before people. Shit. If I realize this is what it's going to be, then you know what? Go ahead. I shielded a lot of people. I didn't tell to talk about a lot of other things, bro.
Hey, so why you think Young Miami ain't show up to that goddamn trial, man?
Her.
If they approached you,
dude,
Young Miami up in them free.
Like if I'm Diddy, I'm not mad at nobody, bro. I'm dead serious. I'm not mad at anyone. If I'm Diddy, hey, bro, it is what it is. You probably didn't want your image fucked with. I get it. Why is it that this new generation that's coming up underneath my generation have to take things to the fucking max, bro? Like, oh, they didn't show up because of this. They didn't show up. Well, no, maybe it's because they wanted to keep their image good. Maybe they knew Puffy was going to beat it. Who knows? But if I'm Puffy, I'm not stressed about somebody showing up to my court date. You shouldn't be showing up. Why would you just show up to my federal fucking court date? No, stay home.
Because do you think Young Miami was in a freak off? This is your opinion. This is not. It's not.
Listen,
she mentioned getting peed on. Do you think that? Again, when I mean freak off, do you think Diddy would have other either sex worker or men penetrate her?
Yes.
Really?
Listen,
a Dade County bitch.
Bro, I've witnessed. Look, man.
Carisha not on that. Real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga.
Bro, he was already on the
allegedly.
Yeah.
What fucks with me? He put a lawsuit in on Diddy, right? But then he comes on Academic Show and acts like he can't talk about it because of his civil lawsuit. But you've already been on the stand talking about so much shit and so much shit to the feds. It's like, dude.
Allegedly, yeah. That's the good word. Yeah.
Allegedly.
I don't get this, bro. I don't get it at all, bro.
A lot of other things, bro.
Hey, why you think Young Miami ain't show up to that goddamn trial, man? If they approached you, Young Miami up in them freak offs. Do you think Young Miami was in a freak off? This is your opinion. This is not. It's not.
Listen,
She mentioned getting peed on. Do you think that? Again, when I mean freak offs, do you think Diddy would have other either sex worker or men penetrate her?
Yes.
Really?
Listen,
A Dade County bitch.
bro, I've witnessed.
Humiliation ritual.
Look, man.
Carisha not on that.
Pretty close.
Real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga.
Look, allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah. That's the good word. Yeah.
Allegedly, on the boat, I seen him with Diddy.
Good word.
Look
at that.
Young Miami
Look at him now.
and Justin and another girl sleep in the same room all night.
Wait, hold on. All right, hold on, Tama.
Yeah.
You said you seen who and what?
Yeah, Justin. This is not the first time.
No, wait. Break it. You said on the yacht, you seen who was in the room?
Diddy, Justin, Young Miami, and another girl. It might have been two more other girls as well.
So
Young
Diddy
Miami.
there was running the father, like there was running a LeBron and Bronny play. Oh shit.
All the time, bro.
So you think Diddy was throwing Young Miami to Justin? Yo, hold that, Just. Damn.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's a win-win for Justin. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
Man,
why.
maybe the Lori Harvey things was true. Nah, no way.
I'm lost.
You wait, you
man.
with your own two eyes, allegedly, big word, allegedly. You allegedly saw in the same room
He's
Diddy,
gonna lose, man.
Young Miami, Justin Combs, another woman. It was another, so it's 4 or 5. I think you said maybe 2 more other women.
I think it was 2 women besides in fact, I'm almost 100% sure.
That's called a handicap match, man. It's a 2-on-3. You heard what I'm saying? It's 2 niggas and 3 chicks. Holy, it was getting busy in there. Damn.
Because the other 2 girls,
You know about it,
it's not like I seen them all the time. I may have seen them like twice. One girl in particular for sure, but I can't remember if I allegedly seen her go in there. But I do know I seen her and the other girl like hanging around kissing on the yacht, just, you know what I'm saying, like booed up a little bit.
Based on what you allegedly experienced and watched, do you believe that they were having a freak off the night before, or maybe a family slumber party? It might be a slumber party, brother. It might be a slumber party. You know what I mean? Roasting s'mores. You might be reading, huh?
Hey, bro, drugs, alcohol, and loud music, bro. Y'all going in this room at 2, 3 in the morning, coming out the next day 2, 3 in the afternoon. You do the math, allegedly.
Damn.
What type of drugs? Like Tylenol type shit? Like what are we talking about? Nah, I don't know what's going on.
Move on to the next question.
Holy shit. Hey,
We already talked about this on open fucking stand, bro. You already spoke about this. All y'all was doing drugs. All y'all was fucking. All of y'all. I love how like
I think that when the feds did the raid, they really wanted to find
not me. I was just there.
Volume of tapes that would probably involve feather flocks. In your lawsuit, you spoke about tech guys and people who would be involved in maintaining technology and who might oversee his security system. Did the feds ask you, brother, where could we find the freak off tapes? Tell us where to find it. Where's the room? Where's the control center for the freak off show?
Yeah, we never seen one tape.
Bro, listen, I've had
one little bitty video.
So many
we
I
didn't
had so many
freak off video. Where's
so
the
many
video?
freak offs on a hard drive Puff gave me that I didn't even know I had, bro.
Nigga, what? Wait, no, you didn't.
Here
All
we
right,
go.
All right, hold on. No, let's start again. You had videos of freak offs. Did you turn those over to the feds?
Listen, they got a copy of everything I had.
Why would Puff give you a video of a freak off?
Bro, who knows?
He was that loose, pause, and like just lax with how he was moving.
why would Puff grab my phone and start video recording himself? You know what I'm saying? So like, who knows, bro? I'm not in this man's head. He's done a lot of things, and we all trying to figure out like, why would he do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro.
He keeps looking down.
Wow.
I just don't see.
Look at this.
I don't.
Oh
He
shit.
would randomly grab my phone and just start recording.
That's your phone. He just grabbed.
That's my phone, bro.
Maybe he was flirting with you. Do you think he like? I think he's bisexual. Do you think he had some attraction? Being honest, brother.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying I'm not sure what angle you trying to go right now.
No. I said attraction. I'm not.
Yeah.
The next question I was gonna say is,
I don't think it's nothing that he's not attracted to. I think he's attracted to having the power.
Okay.
I think he's attracted to controlling everything that's happening and going on at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he overtly tried you? And in those moments, how did you take that? Did you be like, nigga, knock it off? Or how did those kind of manifest?
Bro, let's get outside the moment.
Okay.
Let's get outside the civil suit, bro.
Hey, hold on.
You gotta understand, bro. They've tried everything. They've tried everything in the world to stop all of this from seeing the light, from stopping my suit. They've been attacking my attorney. You know what I'm saying? The mob is on him. Joe, whatever his name is, Fat Joe's attorney, Joe, whatever. Like this whole thing with him mowing down the line, the process server.
What happened with that?
He didn't even hit him. I was on the phone with him. So I was on FaceTime with him when it went down. And it went like this. It looked as if whoever this person was either trying to mug him or whatever, jumping all on his car while he's already moving. We got the videotape. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is, listen, while people are looking at Tyrone like whatever type of attorney, understand is that most attorneys are they're not moving with integrity, and everything is about money for them. And they don't really have what it takes to fight this type of fight. Tyrone is a hero. He's taking on a lot of cases pro bono that most people won't take. And he's fighting.
I appreciate you, bro. Aren't most of these cases pro bono? Like, aren't most lawsuits pro bono? Like, especially if you're suing someone for a lot of money, usually almost any attorney will jump on that and then, because they're going to get paid out anyway. Tony Busby's a piece of shit, bro. That's who he's talking about, bro. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. You're going to lose, bro. Tony Busby's the piece of shit that had the hotline going for P. Diddy. So anybody that was sexually assaulted by P. Diddy, because there's like millions across the fucking globe, hit me up. We'll put a lawsuit in for you. They called me back, bro. I hung up on them. They called me back. Did you need something? No, man. Like, come on, man. Like attorneys that are like, they don't have to be like that, bro. Like, oh, come here. I got fucking 75 people filing a lawsuit on one guy. That's the same one that did all the bullshit to Jay-Z too. Same attorney, bro. That guy's moving with no integrity. I mean, what attorney does anyway?
A fight that he's never fought before, so there are going to be some mistakes in this fight. And sometimes,
did he take on your case for free?
No, it's not free. It's pro bono. I mean, later on.
Okay, so if I get some money, I'll bust it down. But you have never paid him, right?
Right. That type of case, you got to take this case on if you believe that this is a real case.
If you believe
you can win or get a settlement.
Not an easy lick, bro. Ain't nothing easy in this world, bro.
Hey,
it's a fight. And when we talking about we talking about Diddy, bro. Ain't nothing just gonna be. He's not no weak
He ain't
guy,
paying
bro.
none of you
Okay, so
motherfuckers. I'll tell you that
so
now.
again, so Banna in the criminal case,
She
she said
ain't
that
paying none of these
there was
dudes.
details in her civil suit
I
against
wouldn't.
Diddy that she claimed Tyrone told her to put in there. Is everything in your civil case 100% from you, or did he influence you or tell you to spice some things up?
Everything is 100% from me.
From your experience and from your knowledge.
Yeah. Listen, what I'm
Hey, I
hearing.
want you guys to remember that because later in this video, bro, he walks that back. He actually turns around exactly what he just said there.
Is
He blames it on
that
his attorney's
it's a
right.
possibility, allegedly, that
He's telling lies,
Puff got to her. You know what I'm saying? I feel.
You think so?
Yeah. But listen, I feel with the jurors, I feel like the last day they got tampered with.
Really? Why? Why do you think that?
Bro, listen, I've been around Puff for so long, bro. I played 13 instances. No one ever sat down and taught me anything. I know how to just watch and learn, bro. And I can play the chess game very, very well, like literally chess. You know what I'm saying? Which is about strategy and just watching how everything moved, bro. And the things that was going on the day before. I really feel like
too.
Within them 24 hours, somebody got to somebody, bro. And that's just how he moves. He moves like he's the Frank Lucas, or he moves like he's this mob gangster. You know what I'm saying? And that's he patterned himself after big gangsters like that, bro. He just moves a certain way, which is why you got to be careful, bro, because you never know. It'll be your sister that he done paid the turned on you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
This is just how he moves. I've seen too many things, bro, and I know how he moves.
Hey, and again, I know I want to.
I know it sounds like a reach. Everything sounds crazy, but y'all gotta understand, bro. Y'all wouldn't even know he was dealing with Jane Doe. Had not I told y'all.
Wait,
know what I'm
did
saying?
you say it in there? Hold on. You the first?
I'm the first person. It came out.
Oh shit! Oh damn! You said he bragged about having several women on a monthly stipend. The women who receive these payments are Carisha, Jade.
Wait. Slow down.
Yeah.
Who?
Carisha, Young Miami.
Right. Did she get money from him?
I mean, she got a car. She got a few items. I don't know if she was getting a monthly stipend though. But
you can Google it. Come up. She was mad about her only receiving $200,000 a month.
She was getting $200,000 a month.
Bro, Google it, bro.
I might have to fill in the application. That ain't about to get free. Jade Ramey. I don't even know who that is. I'm about to Google it.
Okay, let's move forward. She didn't show up in court, so go to the next one.
Wait. Was she supposed to show up? Because there's a victim 5 that didn't show up.
Maybe that was, I don't know. It's not like the prosecutors are telling me, "Oh, we bringing her." I'm just trying to tell you.
So Jade Ramey,
that was
Diddy had some bad things. Holy,
he did. Who's the next one?
Daphne Joy. Yeah, you were the first to bring her up.
So I'm not saying that that's Jane Doe. Is that Jane Doe?
Yo, it's Jane Doe. It is.
Okay. All right. So was she on the payroll?
She was. So hold on. Young Miami was getting $200,000 and she was getting 10. I see why she was wilding out.
Wait, when originally didn't she say that was a lie and she was gonna sue me for defamation?
She did, but then pretty much it was proven. It was proven by her own testimony that she's damn near a sex worker. Yes.
All right, cool. So
damn.
My name. And so when I'm telling y'all some things that are obviously true, I need people to stop thinking it's a far reach.
Did you ever see Gina?
Nah, see
Gina.
Because I think you are reaching, bro. You suing him too, dog? Hell yeah.
I've seen her. Wait a minute. I can't say never.
Sue him too.
You know he like them chicks who look
like this type of shit though. He's only engaged in prostitution. All this other shit, he ain't get counted anything. They didn't get him for anything like. They didn't even get him for burning up Kid Cudi's car, bro. Like they didn't even get him for beating up fucking Cassie because it was old. You know what I mean? There's like I don't know how this man thinks he's going to win a lawsuit now. I think Cassie's the only one that's going to get any money from Diddy in the lawsuits. Because, I mean, like, if if he pays these people off because he just don't want to keep going to court, then he's just going to keep getting people suing him. But if you keep going to court, then you're just going to keep going to court.
They come from Asia, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Them little Blasian looking chicks, you know what I mean?
A couple of people walked in, I probably thought was the same person in person.
Yeah.
Different. I can't really say that I haven't seen her. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, I got to ask you this one thing. You got to either stand on it or say, oh, no, I was tripping. That was a mistake. And it's cool either way. But you had me threatened. You had me. I had to get extra security. You know, I got 50 guns in my crib just for situations like this. Meek Mill was going to give me a wedgie because you put him in a lawsuit. No, see, don't laugh at it.
Oh.
You said it, and he said he going to give me a wedgie. And I'm like, nigga, I didn't say it. You said it. So
I said,
I want to read again. I'm reading from your.
Speaking of Meek Mill, he mentioned me the other day or last week or the week before. I don't know why.
He says you were a liar. Man, that's what he said.
I don't want no smoke, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke, bro. I don't want no smoke.
Let me. I want to read exactly what it is. It says rapper redacted. The redacted rapper was a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. I think a smart, reasonable mind would conclude that's Meek Mill. Lil Rod, were you speaking about Meek Mill? And I'm gonna warn you, if you scared of Diddy, you don't want the chasers chasing you down whatever block you at. Meek Mill is on some shit.
Listen,
he might bunny hop to your house and get you. Stop playing with him. Don't fuck with the chasers. Was it Meek Mill you were referring to? Let's clear his name now. Because he's gonna be at a white party and I don't need no type of bad vibes when you're around Michael Rubin. Okay? Could you clear his name?
Listen. If the shoe fit, wear it. If the shoe fit, wear it. Anybody
you don't gotta say who it is, but let's say who it's not. Could we eliminate Meek Mill from who you were speaking about?
Hey, you a smart dude, bro.
It could be another Philly rapper. We don't know who. Let's eliminate. So we can't eliminate Meek Mill. Lil Rod. You're Lil Rod, man.
What?
Okay,
hey, bro,
brother. Yo,
this is funny. It's all funny, right? This is hilarious. Ha ha ha.
You're not gonna get the joke for this.
Hey,
clip.
what is it with you and Meek Mill, bro? Just tell me the story so I can figure it out.
It shouldn't be none with me and him. It should be with him and you. You're the one who basically said he was.
Yeah, but I seen y'all like just going back and forth, bro. What y'all got going?
No, we done kind of squashed it for the 15th time. We
I ain't got no problem,
listen,
bro. But
you said rapper was on Mr. Combs. Wait, hold on. Rapper 3 was on Mr. Combs' yacht, consorting with underage girls and sex workers. You also had a gay allegation there too. Where is it at? Oh, and then so you said that rapper was. So you're accusing him of dealing with underage girls.
Tell us, man.
And then you said according to. So the lawsuit says according to you, Mr. Jones, Diddy told you that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with Rapper 11, and Rapper 11 is the same thing. Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Did Sean P. Diddy, that's the last thing I'll ask you about the specifics of this, and then we could talk about the birds and the bees. I don't care. Did Puff Daddy Combs tell you that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with a rapper from Philadelphia who dated Nicki Minaj? Is yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
How did that come about, my brother? How? Like, it's no way you just drop that in the conversation. Like, by the way.
Yeah.
Trial.
You're sticking to that point.
Trial.
What?
You don't want to be like, nah, I thought I heard it. Oh, I was a little bit lit.
I said this an hour and 25 minutes ago, bro. I'm doubling down on everything that I said. Everything. I'm not sticking. Nobody knows me to say something different. You know what I'm saying?
But you're not saying
everything I said, bro. I'm not really
you haven't
answered
one
nobody.
Question.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling my story. If people got a problem with that, then maybe they need to check themselves. Period. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why it's so many. Bro, if I was bisexual, bro, I'd just be open with it. You know what I'm saying? This is
says every one of them. Huh?
I don't understand it. Like,
okay.
People
says the motherfucker that don't want to tell anybody that he's bisexual, right? I can't with these motherfucking soy boys, bro. Ask Lil Rod, can he read a tape measure? Can he fucking install a roof? Can he build a deck for grandma, wheelchair with a ramp on it? Come on, bro. Come on.
In the
Jeez.
closet with it, bro. If you like niggas, you like niggas. Don't be offended because I told my truth.
Okay,
I ain't
not
finna
an
be. I ain't.
attorney either, Kevin, but I don't think I would advise my attorney to go on academics at all, bro. I wouldn't advise my client to be on AC on YouTube when you could be doing NBC or CBS or some shit. But you know what? Your lawsuit's shitball, bro. It's crazy that come on.
ain't even finna be playing these news outlet games with people. Anybody got a problem, bro? What I said, bro? Just put it on wax, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm still.
I don't think Meek want to put it on wax. I think he want to see you
on wax, bro. I'm a rapper too.
No, I don't think he want to rap about it. I think he want to beat you up.
I'm not, and I'm not speaking directly to him too. By the way, I'm just speaking in general.
Okay, what about because
I ain't got no problems with him. I ain't personally said
you could clear his name though.
Out of my mouth,
but you could clear his name,
bro. I'm not clearing his name. Like
too.
I don't know, dude.
Trying to get clout.
But you know what Diddy said, and if Diddy didn't say his name and everybody thinks it's him, you could be like, oh, no, it wasn't him. Y'all got the wrong guy.
He can't even control, or anybody, whoever it is, can't control what Diddy says out their mouth. About it. You know what I'm saying? You keep trying to direct me.
You gotta think about, okay, I want the clout. I want people to know me. But what do you want to be known for? You know what I mean? Like, sure, you want people to, know who you are if that's what you're striving for, right? But like, what do you want to be known for? As the guy that failed lawsuit against Diddy?
It's all good because you said somebody else. You want to confirm with this one. You said $500. Diddy said he had sexual relations with rapper 11, which is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, but also R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful residency and who fought over the cereal, the Frosted Flakes with him. Who's that? Who fought over the Frosted Flake? Come on now, brother. Come on, man. What type of clues are these? This ain't Jeopardy.
Let me ask you this. Do you think any of those two things that was said, do you think is accurate?
I think it could be. I think it could be, but I wouldn't know. I didn't know about Diddy's some of his sexual preferences.
So far, the things that I've said,
he did accurate. Gary, didn't he?
We're seeing some things come to light. Yes.
Bring that
okay. So it don't take a rocket science. It's like, are you pro Diddy? Like, it's like I don't get people.
Man.
Like they see all the facts and they still make excuses. Like, stop, man. What are we talking about? This dude is not no angel, bro. He's been marketing himself for years as an angel, but behind doors, this nigga is a gangster, and he's bisexual. Period. He's bisexual.
Do you have any proof that he?
We know that now.
Other than him supposedly saying it, you ever have allegedly either witnessed or heard him and another man maybe going in a room and you're like, yo, hold on now.
Don't get me wrong.
That ain't music. That ain't music. What the hell is going on in there?
Say that he's doing
have you ever
shit? You got to bring
allegedly,
that, bro.
So you missed parts inside of the complaint. You probably need to go back and read some of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think Axe read that complaint.
We ain't gonna really talk about it now. You know what I'm saying? You probably need to do your homework. But there's a situation a couple of times. You know what I mean? A man or a male,
you say,
going into his room or in the studio, being in there for a couple of days, etc.
A man,
like it's men.
That came out.
What do you mean men? Like multiple?
Yeah,
right.
Multiple.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the amount of money that you're seeking? And I'm pretty sure you sent him a demand letter. This is all public now. What was the amount he had to pay for this not to come out? Well, how much you asked for? I see here you had said you were down to take $50,000 for publishing and royalties at a point.
You have the all claim situation, and then you have the music aspect of it. So for the music aspect of it, you know, what I would have rightfully been owed was my producer points, which they wanted to give me none.
But you
The
signed it.
publishing share, or the writer's share, which they wanted to give me none. And then they didn't even want to pay me any money towards the masters. And then they did. What they offered me was $29,000. Now for my fees, what I do charge, that should have been somewhere around 115 or 135, somewhere. I'm not accurate, but within 100. You know what I'm saying? No more than 200,000, right? But what I did was for business sake and relationship sake of working with clients again, because you know, after you're done with an album, you want to do the business in a way that if you have to do something again, that is, you know what I'm saying, you were fair. So what I did was I offered a small amount of publishing and small royalty points, and then the producer fee was small, like 56,000, that I was willing to take. You know what I'm saying? And it just, my man wasn't gonna be happy unless he was just like just screwing me all over. You know what I'm saying? And so it got really bad. In fact, he went around and paid some people to give me bad counsel in order to make me take the lesser, you know what I'm saying? Lesser money, lesser everything. So I know we all looking at the 29,000.
Hey, by the way, is it the Cuban Good and Junior shit? He tried to fuck you, right?
He not even
Damn, Ack! Damn, Ack! We are so tired of hearing about the publishing, bro. Shut the fuck up about the publishing. We don't give a shit about what he's paying you. We didn't ask that question. What we asked is Cuba Gooding trying to fuck you? Great line of questioning, Act. Great job, bro. I got to give it to you, man. Hey, when you can't get it out of them, you got to go in for it, right? I seen Act trying to ease it in, and then he's like, all right, I got him laughing. Let's get him laughing. I'm like, all right.
you over there reading it.
My nigga, like, you said he put his arm around your leg. That was crazy. Why you sitting there? Fuck off me, nigga.
I'm glad. Listen. I'm glad that we talking now. I wouldn't have been able to laugh about this a year ago.
Bro, come on though. A nigga putting his arm around you, rubbing your thigh. You got to get the fuck off me, nigga. Fuck is you doing? We working on music, gang.
Yeah.
Yo, come on, Rock. Little Rock, come on, bro. Did you feel powerless in that moment? Because, like, obviously, it's a big nigga. Okay.
Very much, bro. Very much. I'm overseas. I'm on Puff Yacht.
Get him out.
You know, every all these men around me. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, alcohol, and it's so much, bro. It's like I've never really felt that type of helpless until I was in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I can't name crazy. One track, bro.
What do you think KK's at right now?
None of those songs.
Why can't we find it?
I don't think I ever even listened to that shit.
You know, I'm hearing allegedly she's tied into the cartels or something.
What?
Like, yeah, allegedly. This is not all this now. This is all speculation. This is all what's been said to me. How credible it is, I don't know. But the fact is, I'm not really talking to too many people, and the fact that they can even get to my ear, you know what I'm saying? I'm just told that she works with the cartel. I was also told that allegedly that Diddy was an informant for like the feds, etc., which is why he kind of kept her close. You know what I'm saying?
Who told you that? The feds told you?
No. Feds. First of all, they wouldn't disclose information that they have. They would just receive information and then take it straight to the courts. But
yo, Lil Raj, you good, man? You like avoid give us the total amount. How much did you ask this nigga Diddy for, man? Because I'm pretty sure you wish he paid you. You asked him for, was it like $1 million?
no, look,
500,000?
oh no, bro.
I hit Christian. Hold on, I got Christian. I hit that nigga right now. I tell him like, nigga, just send the money over, man. You tweaking, bro. They got it. How much, bro? I'll text him right now. I got his number. How much?
Look, that's some shit that my attorneys and
how much do you personally want,
bro? Look,
he
said I'll get Christian on the phone right now, bro. I'll get him to pay you off right now. How much you want from this dude, bro? I get him to pay you right now. Ack is wilding, bro.
You've gone through a lot of pain and suffering. You claim like 5 niggas sexually assaulted you.
It's not really about money anymore for me, bro.
It is about money. You're filing a civil suit.
Yeah.
You want to? Hold on. All right, they asked every witness in Diddy trial this last question. I'll ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
If it was up to you and Diddy could get life in prison and you get no money, or you could get the money and Diddy go free, what do you pick? What do you pick? You could only pick one, my brother. Remember, you ain't go to the cops. Wow. The cops came to you. So if you could pick one, Diddy never sees the outside of a jail cell again, or you get whatever bread you want. I don't know how much you won't tell me, but he gonna be back. He gonna be playing with the baby oil. Okay.
No.
How much?
If he's back doing what he's doing and terrorizing people the whole 9 years, I'm done, bro. You gotta understand, bro. I didn't really take this fight just for myself too, bro. I took this fight for other people, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why do you think the feds didn't use you then? They didn't use you at all in their trial, but they used you for it's confusing.
I don't know.
So confusing.
What they got going on. It's a lot of politics games happening within this. I don't know. It's too many connections, bro. I really don't know. It's above my pay grade, bro. I don't know.
Bullshit,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? All I do know is
you know everything else.
I knew that nobody was qualified to take this fight but myself, bro. He wouldn't have been there had not I was fighting him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a superhero at heart anyway, bro. And I'm a Taurus, bro.
Well, here's the thing. So, again, and I'm going to use Brennan Paul again. If people, do you think it's fair if some people call you a snitch versus superhero?
Did you get that? You don't think yourself a
superhero, but they're saying, nigga, you was having it good. You was living a lifestyle. You was fucking the bitches. You was doing this, popping Ciroc on the yachts, on the jets. Now, because it didn't work out, you basically told on the whole operation. That's like selling drugs. And as soon as you get, the connect stop fucking with you, you go to the cops.
You know why this was successful? Because nobody knows me to be that person. Okay. And that's what Puff didn't do his homework, bro.
It wasn't
because I was never the one in boasting, talking about what I did, who I used to work with. I'm humble, bro. He didn't do his homework. I've been active, bro. I've been active. You know what I'm saying? Since I was 13. And that ain't never been me, bro. I just realized that we're in a fight, bro. And the only way to fight this guy, you got to state all your claims at once. And we were trying to deal with this discreetly. Again, they started threatening kids and everything else. So it was like, it's time to go public now. Because for safety reasons.
How long
public for safety reasons?
How long did before you went public with this, how long did you guys go back and forth? And did once you sent your demand letter, did it immediately turn to harassment and potential intimidation and violence? Or did just negotiations or whatever just break down? Because your lawsuit was the most descriptive piece of litigation we saw with Cassie. She alleged a bunch of stuff, but we found out a lot more in trial.
Yeah. Well, the intimidation and the bully tactics and all that stuff didn't come until after I switched attorneys into my litigating attorney.
Okay. So who was your attorney at first?
You want to know his name, huh?
No, I mean, I don't really care about it. It wasn't Blackburn, though.
No.
Okay, so
he's my third attorney.
So Blackburn's your third attorney?
Yeah.
Why did you go through two attorneys already?
Well, because I had to switch. My other guy, he just handles paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And so, with that being said, we had to get into the litigating. We was litigating now because it was pretty much a hard stop. Like, no, we ain't doing this. So they figuring, and I'm just finna back down.
Yeah.
And so, I had to put another attorney in who's a litigating. Now, you can probably Google this. So there's no reason.
What all lawsuits are. They start with a guy that he's a paper pusher. He's a paper pushing attorney. A guy that's going to send you a letter that says, if you don't give us this much money, we're going to sue you for this, and oh, we got more. And then if that don't work, he's going to move you over to what they call someone that can litigate, someone that can not litigate, but what do they say? I don't know. Somebody that can debate, somebody that can kind of like work out a deal or some shit.
Shield this, but the attorney who I removed from the case did an interview and told the world that he knew us both, and he used to go to school with Puff, maybe like a roommate, etc. in college, the whole 9 yards. Which this guy was then,
I think it's
giving me bad counsel when it came down to how to do this, and I only knew this because he's not the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the
he's got to
10th attorneys. I've been having attorneys working for me since I was 17, so I know the attorney game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, he was giving me bad counsel, and I know the music business, and so based on that, I had to remove him from my team. And you can put the rest together in your head. He went to school with Puff.
Yeah,
I get it.
Hey, do you believe the feds lost the most important charges, or the charges that carry the most weight, because they didn't bring you in? I'm gonna read your lawsuit, and you actually say, Sean Combs and KK had me send Ubers to transport sex workers.
Yeah, so you should be in jail. You should be in jail, bro. You would do the same thing that Puff's in jail for right now. He should be in jail for. Think about it. You hiring sex workers. Cassie sleeping with them. All y'all should be in jail. Y'all a bunch of degenerates.
To Two-Star Island, that would kind of fit under sex trafficking. Like, you could have been a valuable witness. Yeah. Why not bring you up there? Because KK's not going to be there. Why not bring you there to say, hey, I would send the Ubers, they would pay me back. I would send the Ubers to get the sex workers or the people who were quote unquote being sex trafficked.
I really don't know, and I really wouldn't count them out yet. They did say that they was going to bring some other charges, etc.
More charges?
Yeah. So I really don't know. And for me, I would rather let them do their job, you know what I'm saying, and trust that they're going to bring some results. Look, believe it or not, Diddy's team is over there taking a victory lap. Okay. Now,
they should. I mean,
he still is hit with 2 felonies, but they're taking a victory lap. Who takes a victory lap and you hit with 2 felonies unless you know you're getting off on more than you should have?
That's
what I'm saying?
You're right.
They're taking victory laps, bro. He's a felon. What happened to all this defame my name? We gonna sue you.
Here's the thing. He was actually facing life, and now he's not. So no matter if you did it or you didn't, you're still going to take a victory lap if you get found not guilty. Correct, y'all? The prosecutor talked about more charges. Why wouldn't they just put that in a superseding indictment, bro? Like, why wouldn't they just had a superseding indictment? I bet they try to bleed Puff.
Our client has done nothing, etc. But in open court, it's clear, and he's a 2-time convicted felon, bro. Nobody was able to bring that to him, bro. I'm the person that have, bro. And we all, you can probably name 10 situations that people feel like he had his hands in. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of speculation about Pac's death. There's a lot of speculation about Diddy's Biggie's death. There's speculation about Kim Porter. There's speculation about Natasha Rubin.
You said that he openly bragged about getting away with crimes.
Bro.
Oh, I'm sure he's done some crimes, y'all. Everybody's got skeletons in their closet and shit. Like, everybody's done something wrong. But, like, this is why we live in America and we get a justice system. And in that justice system, there are people that are wrong, dead wrong, and are guilty as fuck that take it to the box and win. All the time, every day of our lives, there are people that get off every fucking day. Okay? Just because this man did, it's not the end of the world. I promise you. There are sex offenders, rapists, all kinds of shit getting off every single day of our lives because we live in America where there is a justice system that goes built to be fair if it can be. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. And he beat them. And the fucked up thing is he beat the feds at their highest game, at the highest level. And I'll tell you the truth. I thought the feds didn't bring enough, bro. When they said the trial was coming to an end, I was like, what? Huh? Yeah, this guy's going to get off. He's going to get off. Because prosecution didn't bring enough. They didn't bring enough, bro.
He get drunk? Would he be drunk when he's saying this? Or would he be sober like, yo, I'm untouchable. I'm above the law?
You never know what he's on sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes he come in there, he on that doggone shroom, he's going crazy. Sometimes he's on Tuesday. Sometimes he come in there and he just coked all the way up, or on heroin. You never know, bro.
Did he ever approach you to have sex with any of his women, whether close girlfriend or not? Did he ever said, hey, Lil Rod, I want you to have sex with this woman, and maybe even insinuate? No, it's not funny. This is insinuate that he might watch.
Listen. Trial, bro.
Okay.
Trial.
By the way, do you feel a little bit happy though that the way the government's initial charges or final charges, the 5 counts, they matched your lawsuit pretty well? I got a theory, Kevin. Accused civil RICO, they charge him for RICO.
I got a theory, Kevin, on why you would possibly let your client come up here and talk to academics. And that theory is maybe they think they can scare Puff a little more by him coming out and speaking to people and maybe use that as a tactic. But that's the only thing I can think of. My head's turning like a hamster wheel trying to think on why this dude's up here trying to talk to the world about this.
Y'all basically say sex trafficking. They gave him 2 sex trafficking charges. And you list 1, 2, 3, you list 8 sex workers that showed up to 2-Star Island, and you say these are the dates of the 4 solicitations, and they basically have him convicted now on 2 prostitution acts. Do you feel victory in that your civil suit has gotten some criminal accountability out of him?
Yeah, so to be honest, bro, I had mixed emotions. Now, look, we're gonna sit here and talk about all the negative things, but there was some great moments of working together, right? And also, put that aside, I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father, and I didn't want to see him go to jail for the rest of his life, or I didn't want to see him die. It's to know that they saved him from getting some way or process. They hired private investigators to hold that. Yeah. So I don't care, bro. The reality is nothing that they're doing is stopping this from seeing a judge. It will,
but you're not answering the question though. There's certain things. Again, what we found out is that if someone says, "Yo, Ak, you did 15 things, and we found out that 12 things were lies. The other 3 looks kind of crazy. So
Yeah.
you alleged a few things.
Are you saying that, for example, I said 12 things and only 3 things was correct? That's what you're saying?
Well, I could point out over a dozen lies to you right now.
Because it's probably gonna be everything I did say was accurate, and then some things hasn't.
No, sir. It's very different. Okay. Most of the things you said, I will admit, the feds tried to use, but Diddy actually spanked that case in federal court, at least 3-2. He got convicted of. He
helped shape the public again.
You accused a civil RICO. They filed a criminal RICO. You beat the RICO.
Some of the evidence and people have not seen the court yet. Where's Christina Corum?
That's over with.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's over with, buddy.
People are dodging process services. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's
the reality is, bro.
You're still not answering this question though. You allege that he was with. You said underage women were around these events in that time period. I'm just. By the way, it's completely fine for you to be like, "Oh, I thought they were."
I said this, bro. I'm not backing down, bro. Let's go back.
So you still believe that?
That's the problem, bro. You did back down because you took it out of your second lawsuit. You redacted it. You said P. Diddy was with minors. Here are the photos of these minors, right? And then it ended up not even being minors in the photos. You blacked out the faces of these people. ACK went and found these women, and they said, "No, we're of age. We knew what we were doing at Puff's party." What? And now you redacted it out of your lawsuit. Wow.
Underage women there.
Let's go back for the 4th time. Everything that I said in my complaint is accurate.
No, but that's not true now because you took that out of the complaint. That's out of there. You're on a second amended complaint. The first complaint. I have both of them here. I could quote you right now. You have pictures.
Everything that I said in my complaint is accurate, bro.
Okay, so all right. So if everything is accurate, why would you remove the part about underage women?
That's what I'm concerned with.
Hold on. I'll do some reading, right? So
That's
you said, "Hey, listen,
thing to me.
An event that happened on July 2nd, 2023 in California
else, they didn't find him guilty of.
Listening party. There was an R&B redacted. Justin Combs, sex workers, and underage girls were there. The event started at 7 p.m. Combs requested female sex workers and required Mr. Jones to solicit them. In addition to sex workers, there were 5 women in the crowd that were under the age of 16. He forced all the women to drink laced De Leon liquor, and basically then Combs laced the liquor with ecstasy. Mr. Combs did not check the identification of the underage girls. The presence of these underage women made Mr. Jones uncomfortable. He attempted to leave. Mr. Combs forced him to stay. I could post the pictures now. It shows 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't speak Spanish that well. It shows 4 pictures that you put there with blacked out faces of Diddy kissing women who you claim were underage. I have 3 of the women Instagram. They claim that they popped out. That's them in the pictures, and that clearly they're of age.
Ooh, that's damning, bro. That's damning, Lil Rod. That's not good, Lil Rod. That's not good, bro. ACK found 3 of the 4 women in the pictures that he tried to post in this fucking lawsuit. And 3 of the 4 women were of age. They popped out to the party that night. They knew what was going on. What the fuck?
I could tell you the article that you could see because multiple.
Bro.
With ecstasy. Mr. Combs did not check the identification of the underage girls. The presence of these underage women made Mr. Jones uncomfortable. He attempted to leave. Mr. Combs forced him to stay. I could post the pictures now. It shows 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't speak Spanish that well. It shows 4 pictures that you put there with blacked out faces of Diddy kissing women who you claim were underage. I have 3 of the women Instagram. They claim that they popped out. That's them in the pictures, and that clearly they're of age. I could tell you the article that you could see because multiple outlets ran articles on the women who said, no, that's me in that picture, and I'm over age. Why and where did you come with the underage thing? And if you're saying everything you're standing on, why did you take it out of the second complaint? You should have left those pictures and said, yo, this is Diddy with the underage girl. You said they were under the age of 16.
That's shady,
That to
bro.
me is nasty. If that's true, Diddy should not be coming home and potentially by Christmas, he should sit in jail till Christmas 30-35. You don't believe
Yes.
it? If he was with underage kids and you saw it?
Yo, what's your relationship with Harvey at TMZ?
I have none.
You hear this answer?
None.
I have none.
You have no dealings with TMZ.
They've asked me to come on there to interview a few times.
How's
about
that
the
an
Drake
answer?
Rap battle. About Kanye, because I did an interview
Have
with
you
them.
talked to anybody about this interview with me?
No, none. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Number one,
Hold on,
just to let you know, I cover every trial.
Hey,
I subscribe to the docket that you filed against him. I'm on Pacer spending $3,000 a month seeing everything. I miss
have
nothing.
an interview with me again, bro. You got to understand, badgering me ain't gonna be it.
It's not about badgering you. It's like I'll let you get some stuff off, but we can't just. This is not propaganda.
We've talked about this, but what we're not gonna do is be disrespectful, King.
No,
You already said it's not
so
propaganda.
is it disrespectful if I'm asking you facts?
You asked me facts, and I gave you my facts.
You said you're standing on everything you said.
Hey, fast talking me never gets anywhere.
Okay.
The other side finds out later. It don't matter. You can talk faster.
It's not about talking fast. You said you stand on everything you said, and then I brought up that you removed things.
Listen, I've given you quite a lot.
No, you have. No, you have said a lot.
The rest will be.
What's up, Primo?
Well, this interview is not for propaganda. This interview is for us, the public, not for Diddy, not for you. It's for us to find the truth out.
I hear you. And after
yeah, man, it looks like a lot of people are relying on Diddy, bro. It really does, man.
And after
it kind of does.
In my case, I am more than 100% ready to come back and have a whole nother interview with you. I'm not running from interviews, but I told you, and I'm gonna do more. But I told you, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna do more
regarding certain things, specifically around my case, bro. We're not gonna have that conversation right now.
The only reason why I asked you because you told me why you removed some people from the lawsuit.
So I hear you, but
so I asked you why you removed one of the most serious allegations, which is about
Diddy's legal team have been spinning things.
Oh, that was a spin move right there, bro.
I'm not for the give him the chance to try to get out of finagle out of the situation because I'm sitting here talking with you and whoever else may not. I don't care.
I would love to know who killed.
Listen, a no comment always suffices.
Unfortunately, we probably never will.
We'll take what we seem appropriate from it.
And the reason why
Act's finished. You see, Act's finished. I can see Act is finished because this dude did nothing but spin him the whole interview, bro. He didn't answer any questions with any honesty. Then Act lays down at the end and says, "Hey, bro, the pictures you posted in your first lawsuit weren't even underage women. And you said in the lawsuit that they were underage women. That ain't good, bro. That is not good. Not good at all. It's up to a judge now. It's up to a judge on what's going to happen with Diddy. He can face up to like 20 years, they're saying. I think it's 10. Because I think they run together concurrently. So 85% of that's what, 8.5? I don't know. He's a first. There's like certain guidelines that the feds are going to have to go through, or the judge will have to go through in order to sentence him. I mean, I think it's like 27 months or some shit is what I've heard. But there's like mandatory minimums and all that. I don't know anything about the federal system, so you're talking to the wrong guy. But I don't think it's going to turn out too bad for him. Honestly, he's a first-time felon. I think he has to get certain programs and things like that. I don't think he's going to have to go do any time in prison. I think they'll give the time what he already has. It'll be credited as time served to the year and 1 day that he gets, and then they'll release him on some type of probation for like 8 years or some stupid shit. If he fucks up again, they'll have him. But hey, you guys have a beautiful evening, man. I love y'all. Salute.